The man never expected it. Because his family was poor and couldn't afford his mother's medical bills, her condition worsened and she passed away. Left as an orphan, he was found by his uncle, only to discover that his mother's family were multi-millionaires. When Alan was still in elementary school, his mother died of heart disease, leaving him with just one sentence: "Don't worry about your future." At that moment, all his friends were worried about him, since Alan had no relatives and didn't know where he could go. But Alan wasn't worried about where he'd end up. What he worried about was how he didn't seem to feel anything about his mother's death, because she was always working outside. He never really felt lonely. Just as he was thinking about this, he suddenly met a man climbing a wall, scared by a puppy. After helping him down, the man told him he was his uncle, Bob. And just like that, Alan followed the suddenly appearing uncle. He was then taken to a luxurious mansion. There was also a butler named Jack. Alan, realizing things slowly, said Bob and the others might have mistaken him for someone else because his family was poor and he didn't have any relatives. But Bob said his mother had chosen to cut ties with the family, even if it brought shame to them, just so she could give birth to him. Alan said that since his mother made that choice, he didn't need help from her family. Bob replied that Alan had no home to return to, and it would be hard for a child to survive. He suggested Alan try accepting this kindness, and said Alan's personality was just as stubborn as his sister's, and they looked very much alike. Alan's unexpected birth was his sister's one act of rebellion. Missing his mother deeply, Alan crouched outside the kitchen, quietly wiping his tears. Then he turned his head, and saw a giant cockroach charging toward him, so he let out a sharp scream.